everyone. Welcome to Past Point One Comics. My name is Efren, and I'm finally going to do another unboxing. It's been a long time since I've done one, but wait, I have a special guest. Come on in. Well, look who's back. We have another episode of Hanging Out with the Laguardias. My daughter Serena is in town, and we decided to do a video. So how's it been going, mija?
It's okay. I miss California.
You miss California. Where are you at?
Texas.
Oh my God.
Oh, I thought you just forgot.
No, I knew where you were at. But have you seen the recent Spider-Man movie? She hasn't seen it. See what happens when she leaves town? This is the one person in the United States who has not seen Far From Home.
James hasn't seen it either.
Her and her boyfriend are losers.
We just haven't had time.
They don't have time. They're busy working. I'm very proud of you, moving to Texas on your own, away from her number one fan, me. But besides that, I have a little stack of comic books that I want to show you. And, before I go any further, whomever watches our videos, we always appreciate it. And, making these videos comes from the bottom of our hearts. I like doing them. And whenever my daughter joins me, it's always a joy to me personally. And I hit 500 subscribers recently, so yeah. So I had a giveaway. I'm planning on doing another one when I get to 1,000. So knock on wood, I don't know when that's gonna be. But these are recent pickups that I got through. Let me see. I found some on Facebook Marketplace. I bought a couple of Facebook Marketplace, and the rest I got just through a local comic book store. So this first one is from J. Scott Campbell's, one of my favorite artists. I always like his artwork.
I thought Peach Momoko was your favorite.
No? Peach Momoko's nice, but J. Scott Campbell's one of my favorite artists.
Okay.
I just like the way he draws, people. This is Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy.
What?
Yeah, so he drew it his way,
Oh, okay.
So this is the cartoon. This is the comic book version now. We're not talking about the movie version, which are two different characters completely.
Are they?
Oh yeah, I mean the Marvel universe and the movies, they take their characters a certain way, but the comic books, they've been there for decades.
Right.
So this is just how her portrayal in a comic book.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as usual, if the books don't look, if there's too much of a glare, I'll put them on the side here. But this is, I've always wanted this book. This is Gamora from J. Scott Campbell. This is the first one I got. And she's like, they say, what was her title in Guardians of the Galaxy? The fiercest warrior in all the universe, something like that. That was her title.
Was it?
Yeah, but she's very resourceful in the Marvel movie cinema and also on the comic books.
Okay.
So these next ones, I got a comic book store. Actually, I was in Sacramento visiting my cousin, the Momo Comics, for the holidays. And we went to an LCS. And this is a series, Kang the Conqueror. Did you see the Loki show?
Yes.
Okay, remember at the end, Kang, the bad guy at the end? He was going to become Kang. This is his character, Kang.
What bad guy?
At the end of Loki, the time, when they went, him and his alter ego, the female version of him, were fighting against that guy at the end of the series.
On the train?
No. At the end, before when the series ended, then they showed all the divergent, timelines. Everything was all messed up. The main bad character in the TV show, this is him. She forgot. So I'm not going to explain anymore. I can't say anymore. This is the character. This is a hot book right now. And this is from Loki too.
Yeah, I know that one.
Miss Minutes, I think it brings
Yeah.
name. So this book got expensive really quick.
Really?
It's up to about $15-$20 already.
Jesus.
And I got two of them.
You got two of them and they're $15 to $20?
No, I bought them at regular price, and now they cost about that much.
Okay.
This is by Humberto Ramos. And my next one I picked up a little while ago. This is Throg. I think I mentioned Throg to you before. He's an amphibian who got a sliver of Thor's hammer, and now he protects the amphibian world.
Yes.
But he also helps out Thor every now and then. So I just thought this was a cool looking cover. Now this next one is from Strange Academy. Dr. Strange opened up an academy, but he recently died in his comic book. Not in this comic book, in another comic book. He's dead, so to speak, but I'm sure he'll be back when his movie comes out next year, or this year, I should say. So, but these are students that are, they always like doing things in the future. These are some of the students who have grown up.
Like, that can do the same thing he can?
No, just have mystical powers.
Oh, okay.
And this book got hot really quick also.
It looks like a teenage Thor.
Yeah, it does, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe it is. I've read it, but I don't remember exactly these characters here, so. Okay, so now come the CGC books. And the first few ones are from my own collection that I had, when I was a kid, basically. I cleaned and pressed these on my own. And as usual, you hear my birds commentating on my videos as usual. So everything's back to normal for 2022. So this one is, what if Jane Foster had found the hammer of Thor? Because in the movies, Jane Foster's going to become Thor in the new movie.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know
but
that.
this was done, this storyline is a what if series. This one came out in 1978. And I bought this when it came out. And I decided to get it, I cleaned and pressed it myself. But
was she able to pick up the hammer?
Yeah.
What is?
It's
are you worthy to pick up the hammer?
Yeah,
right?
she was. I mean, this is a completely different storyline from what's going on now.
Mm-hmm.
But this first came out on What If series.
Do you remember that scene when they're all hanging out at? I think it was Stark. It wasn't Stark Tower, but it was like at Stark's home, and they're all joking about picking up the hammer.
Yes.
And then Chris Evans moves it, and then Chris Hemsworth is right.
Yes,
Yeah,
Chris
he's
Hemsworth's
just like
freaking out.
He like looks at it, he's like gets all tense.
Well, there was like a story behind that even back then, they kind of hinted that Captain America could pick up that hammer, but he didn't want to do it at that time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just didn't want to do it, but he was worthy. Even in the comic books, he's been worthy of.
Because when he picked it up in Endgame,
Yeah,
it was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
like
and,
you link it back to that, but it's like I thought he just wasn't worthy enough at that point.
no, Thor at the end he says, "I knew it."
Oh,
I think that had
that's
to
right,
go back
yeah.
to the original one when he moved it. He had a feeling that he could do it.
Yeah.
But Captain America, just his whole persona, he's
Yeah.
like pure at heart. But going back to this series, I don't know if you, Disney Plus had a series called What If. And
I remember you telling me about that.
Yes, so they got this originally from the comic book series, which came out in the 70s. And like I said, this is What If Jane Foster had found the hammer of Thor. Mm-hmm. And she looks like Thor.
Yeah.
But in the recent series, she doesn't look anything like this. She has a different costume, nothing like this.
No.
But like this is from the 70s.
Right.
So this is from my own personal collection. Back in 78, I bought this and I decided, on my previous videos, I've been saying I've been cleaning and pressing my own books.
Yeah.
So I decided to get this one cleaned and pressed, and this just came in from CGC. And I got a story to tell you about CGC after we're done. I've told her about it,
Eesh.
and she couldn't believe it. I've mentioned it on Instagram already also. But this is What If Jane Foster had become Thor. Came back at 9.0. I'm always wishing for a higher grade, but, it's been in my garage for decades.
Yeah.
So no complaints.
Untaken care of.
Untaken care of by me.
Kick something.
And then here's another one from my own personal collection. This is Uncanny X-Men.
Is that
Colossus.
Yeah.
That's Wolverine and that's Storm.
Yeah.
I think this is the first appearance of Kitty Pryde.
Kitty!
She's not in the cover.
That's my favorite character in X-Men.
Yeah, she's a cool character.
Remember, because we almost named Odin because you asked me what my favorite X-Men character
Yeah.
was, and I was like Kitty.
So she comes out as a teenager in this book. So it's a popular book. And like I said, this is also from my own collection. And it also came back at 9.0. I always wish for a 9.8, but it is what it is. Now this one is also, I bought this one on my own. It's Black Panther #1. This is by J. Scott Campbell
Like the
again.
first ever Black Panther?
No. It's just
I was like, that looks really new.
Yeah, this is from J. Scott Campbell, the Gamora, the same artist.
Right.
So this one is from my own personal collection. I cleaned and pressed it.
How long have you had this?
Since 2009.
Oh, wow.
So I cleaned and pressed it, and this one came back at 9.6, which is a lot better than a 9.0. Yeah. Okay, so this next one is called Ultimate Fallout Facsimile Fallout Facsimile Edition #4. That means it's basically a copy of the original one.
Okay.
Okay, it's the same exact cover. And a lot of people were getting confused on this one because they couldn't tell the difference between the original and this one. But the Marvel sign right here is red. And the original is not. I have the original.
What is the original?
It looks just like this.
But just doesn't have the red behind the Marvel?
Marvel, and it's a 9.8 and it's worth over $2,000. But this one isn't. And this is a facsimile. I bought this on Facebook. This guy was selling them. So, of course, I didn't pay $2,000 for this.
I was about to say.
No. So my last one, when this book, this is J. Scott Campbell. This is Black Cat. And this came out in 2019. I bought this one recently on Facebook. So I always wanted this one. I remember when it first came out, I looked at it, but for some reason I didn't buy it, and I regretted buying it. So it went up for sale.
Le Chat Noir?
Yeah.
What's that mean? I don't know. Okay.
So this is my last book that I'm going to be showing. today by J. Scott Campbell. Actually, J. Scott Campbell has some books that are going to go on sale this Saturday, and they look pretty good. So I may get some, but they're normally priced. They're not going to be CGC or anything like that, So I'm probably going to get that. And going back to what I was mentioning a little while ago, I got these books that I got recently. I got a few of them. The Thor one and the Black Panther one and the X-Men one. Those are from my own collection. I got them basically 2 days ago. There were just 3 books, but when UPS dropped them off, there was another box. Now, I have some books at CGC right now, but it says, to be graded. There's 8 of them. Mm-hmm. And I go, wow, there's more than 8. I go, maybe they sent them, but they didn't update their website. So I opened up the box, and there were 25 books inside. And I go, these are not mine. And I knew they weren't mine when I counted them, because there were 25 books. And I don't have 25 books at CGC. And sure enough, there's a packing slip in there, and it would belong to somebody else. I have notified CGC already. I sent them an email saying, hey, these are not my books. What do you want me to do? I sent them an email yesterday, and I haven't heard back from them yet. If I'm going to send them probably another email next week, and by then, if they don't get back to me, I'm probably going to call them. But if it was me, if those were my books and they went to somebody else, I'd want them.
Yeah.
I mean, it
absolutely.
sucked. Unless it was like an X-Men #1, Fantastic Four #1, or the very first Hulk and Iron Man, I'd be like, what do I do? I don't have those books, and those are hot books, but I'm just kidding, I've mentioned to my daughter that CGC has been, raising their prices, but their turnaround time is still bad. Yeah. I know a lot of us are not happy with it, myself included. So I'm really debating whether or not to use CGC anymore. You have to pay annual fees, and they raise the price on that. The discounts aren't as great, and they're raising the prices, but their turnaround times and getting the books back to the people like us are still, it's bad. Everybody's complaining.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to increase things when everything's still staying the same. Yeah. And especially during a pandemic, it's just like there's not a lot of options. There's just not a lot of options anyways, besides what you're doing right now with cleaning your own books and doing stuff like that. There
are other companies like CBCS that a lot of their employees are the main guys from CGC started their own company, CBCS, and they're based in Texas. I've checked how far are they from your house. They're about 3 or 4 hours. Okay. But in case I ever go, I'll bring them with me. And I'll rent a car or something or drop them off. Instead of
you can just borrow my car.
Yeah,
I have a bike.
But so I'm debating whether or not to use CGC anymore. Everybody wants their books back quicker. It takes over half a year.
Jeez.
Just to get your books back, and they keep on accepting books, and it just keeps on stockpiling.
Right.
And there's this card company where they stopped taking any cards for encapsulation because they said we want to catch up, so we're going to stop taking them. I really think CGC should do that until they get caught up and start getting them back to us who use our hard-earned money for these books. And I can understand it taking a month or 2, but some of my books have been there for over 6 months now, and I don't know when I'm getting them back. So I have 8 more books at CGC, and I have like about 17 books at CBCS waiting for me to get back, and I sent them out the same time, and I'm still waiting.
I just wouldn't feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that,
I just, especially because, like you said, they are still just keep taking orders.
Yeah.
At some point, do they not have enough space? Like, are the books being properly stored, etc.? I don't know. That would just really sketch me out. Like, if I was to send in my Harry Potter books to get signed by J.K. Rowling, and she just kept taking them, but then, they're not getting signed, and it's like, those are books that were given to me as a gift, and I cherish those books. I wouldn't want them gone for 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, and, a lot of people are complaining, and I know some people are, I can't say for sure who, but like myself, I have about 50 books that I want to send in. But they're really nice books. They should
do what you said. They should stop for a while, create a wait list.
Yeah.
Be like, every time you want certain books in, okay, these are the books I want to send in, and then they'll go down the wait list when they're ready to start going again.
That's a good idea. Hey, whenever you put the books into the system, okay, we're going to let you know when you can send them.
Exactly.
That's a good idea. Maybe CGC will see this video. Who knows, But like I said, so I have 25 books basically sitting over there in my other room. I've contacted CGC.
And you tried finding the person too.
I have.
Yeah.
You know, I've Googled him, but I couldn't. There was this phone number, but I kept on calling and it was busy. So there's no phone number. I have his address, you know, and I go, wow, these are not my books.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't, kidding aside, if they were my books and if somebody else got them, I would want them to send them back to me. I mean, there's comic book karma.
Yeah.
You know, the comic book
the CCs.
The CC's CK. It's karma with a K.
Oh, God.
But anyways, you know, it's always
tired.
great having my daughter here. I think we're going to try to do more videos, but she's going to be in Texas. I'm going to be here in San Diego, but we'll do video conferencing.
Yeah.
We can still do that.
Yeah,
we
we
so
can.
I'll have you like every other month, something like that, like we originally had planned.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to talk about since you're here, you know, with my hundreds and thousands of viewers that always watch my videos?
The ramen in Texas sucks.
Well, you haven't really gone out too much.
We have.
You have?
With ramen, yeah, we've tried 6 or 8 places now.
Oh, wow.
And it's just, it doesn't compare.
You just like the food here more?
Just
better?
like the food here more, but I mean, yeah, it just doesn't compare. Every time I fly in now, I just freeze a bunch and I bring it back with me.
That's good. We're going to go eat ramen afterwards.
Yeah.
When are you going to go see Spider-Man? I can't believe it. I'm going to disown you.
So it's not my fault. We were going to go, but then James got this thing called cedar fever, which we're not used to because we're from California. And we were going to go see it, but then he got sick. And I was like, okay, well, we're not going now. And we were going to go this weekend, but I was like, I have to go home because of my surgery.
Yeah.
And then now I don't know. I told him, well, my plan is actually, if he doesn't take me by the 24th, I'm going without him.
Yeah.
My friends from work want to go see it, so I was just like, I'll go with them. I just want to see everyone. I accidentally read a spoiler, though, which really upset me. And
you can talk to people. Everybody's seen it.
Everyone's seen it but me. I kind of figured, but I didn't know for sure that the other Spider-Mans were coming in. I was just like, I was reading about how Tom Holland was jealous of Andrew Garfield's suit, and I was like, is he talking about in the previous one? They're like, yeah, when they were all filming. I was like, shoot, he's in it. I was like, now I know for sure he's in it. But I kind of already knew, but it was like,
that was the big surprise of these two. Actually, the two actors,
Tobey
Maguire and Andrew Garfield, they they snuck into a movie theater disguised to see the movie.
Really?
With the fans, yes. You know, they didn't tell anybody they were there. Yeah. But they wanted to see the reactions of the...
I saw clips of them traveling. For the Spider-Man movie, and Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield are all happy, and then I think Tobey Maguire is flipping the paparazzi off or something.
Yeah, he's always seemed to be kind of angry at the paparazzi.
Yeah.
Living a public life.
Oh, it can't be easy.
It can't be easy. No. If my YouTube channel ever hits up there in the millions, I'll let you know how it is.
People will just see you on the street.
That's Efren. That's Passport One Comics.
Get him!
Yeah, man, get him. Get his comic books.
He has my 25 comic books. Give them back.
So, like I said, from the bottom of my heart, I love making these videos with my daughter. You don't know, when we first started doing these videos, we would have to stop and do them all over again because it wouldn't be... It
was one thing or another. Do you remember that time?
One thing or another. It wouldn't be fluid like these videos. This is our first take, and this one's coming out so good so far.
Do you remember that time when we didn't turn this on?
Yeah.
And then the other time, the thing stopped?
Yeah.
It just went black?
We've had hiccups, when I first started making these videos, I always was so confused. Or not confused, but self-conscious, making sure everything was right. After a while, I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah.
So this is our first take, and looks like we're going to keep this one.
I remember the first time I did it with you, I was so awkward.
Yeah.
James was like, you need to smile. I was like, I am. Yeah. He's just like, no, you're not.
So hopefully, like I said, I'll try doing again, getting back in a routine with my daughter, doing a video like every other month.
You know what the one good thing about Texas is, though? I can get Corsolas in Texas, and you can't get them here. And Corsolas are regionals.
What are they?
So it's only in certain regions can you get Corsola. Usually you'd have to go to Hawaii, but in Texas, I guess you can get Corsola.
But what is it?
Oh, it's a Pokemon. It's it's this little Pokemon. It's pink and it's white and it's got kind of like coral.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways,
if we can get a picture, I'll put it in post-production what it looks like.
Okay, so. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah. So once again, my name is Efren.
I'm Serena.
Thanks for watching our video. Until next time, everybody be safe and take care.
Bye.